Hi, and welcome to Getting Started with Unity for Scripting. In this section, we're going to talk about character controllers. We're going to see a brief overview about the anatomy of a character controller, how it works, what does it do, when to use it. We're going to learn how to modify our character controller, the one that Unity provides, to work with our scripts. We also are going to make the character controller we just created that works with our scripts to work with the input system that Unity provides. We are going to create a first-person character controller, and finally, we're going to add movement to the character controller. So let's get started. First of all, let's start by talking about character controller. The character controller is a component that is mainly used for third-person or first-person player control, and it does not make use of any rigid body physics. So it easily allows you to do movement constrained by collisions without having to deal with any rigid body. It is also not affected by forcers, and it will only move when you call the move function, which we're going to see a couple of videos later. Now, in order to start working with our character controller, what we need to do is to create a floor for our character controller to stay. After that, we need to create a capsule, which is going to be our character controller. And then we need to replace the capsule collider of our capsule with our character controller. So we go to Component, Physics, and add the character controller and ask if we want to replace the capsule collider, and we say Replace. Now, let's quickly add a light by clicking on Game Object, Create Other, and Directional Light in order to see correctly our character controller. And then let's start by explaining how does the character controller works. So the slope limit limits the collider to only climb slopes that are equal or less than the indicated value, and it goes from 0 to 180. The step offset is used to let the character step up a stair only if it's closer to the ground than the indicated value. Now the skin width is used to let other colliders penetrate each other as deep as their skin width is. Larger skin width reduces jitter, but low skin width causes the character to get stuck. So if your character controller is getting stuck, it's always wise to increase the skin width. It is recommended also that the skin width is at 10% of the radius. Now regarding to the mean move distance, is the minimum distance that the character needs to move in order to move. So if there's a value below the mean move distance, the character will not move at all. Now we have the center of the capsule collider, which we can tweak. We also have the radius, which we can increase or decrease. And finally, we have the height. So that's pretty much. See you in the next video.